just 40k east of Thargomindah. It is Lake Bindegolly National Park. We might go down and have a look at that. Might see if we can stay there. It shows it on Wikicamps, so we'll have a look at that. Geez, it's a bit breezy out here too. Just driving in to have a look at a bush camp, a free bush camp near Lake Bindegolly. Hope we can turn around in here somewhere. Lucky the track's pretty sandy, so it's not too bad. Well, this is our setup at Lake Bindegolly. That's the lake out there. It's dry at the moment. It's just a free camp across the road from the national park. It comes up on Wikicamps. It's pretty sort of barren out here. There's no water in the lake at this part of it anyway. There probably is across the road in the national park, but not here. And it's a bit breezy at the moment, but it's not a bad spot. It'd be nice here, it'd be peaceful. Might get some nice star shots tonight too. No one else out here though. A sandy track to get in, pretty easy going though, nothing real serious. And cold. I think it's about 16 degrees at the moment, but it's alright. It's not bad out in the sun, it's beautiful. Whispering trees and a beautiful blue sky. Well, we're just kicking back and soaking up the sunset at Bindegolly. It's a little windy. It's going to be a windy night, I think, but I think the sunset should be good. There's some nice clouds floating around, so I've set up the time exposure and we'll see what we can get. It's raining over in the distance over there. I don't know, you probably can't make that out on the GoPro, but there's a rainbow in the distance right out on the horizon in the middle of this shot, and the clouds look amazing too. Oh, g'day. Just sitting back here watching the sunset, and no fire tonight. It's a little too windy. It's blowing a gale, and we've got these tufts of grass everywhere as far as we can see, and it's all dead and dry. I don't want to take the risk of sparks flying off into that. We've got an oven dinner tonight, cooked in the oven inside, so in the van, so we'll be sitting in there having tea, roast veggies and pie. And pie. Yep. Oh, there you go. See? The sunset's just going to be beautiful. We're just sitting here lapping that up at the moment. The rain's moved on, that little bit of rain off on the horizon, can't see that anymore, so yeah, it's going to be running around taking lots of photos tonight, I reckon. Morning. Moving on after a perfect night's sleep. A little bit of wind, a small bit of rain, but geez, was it quiet, other than the wind, of course. And yeah, we're going as far as Eulo, which is a massive 67 kilometres or something like that anyway. So yeah, we'll be stopping there for the night. Yeah, we're all packed up now, ready to hit the road. So I guess we should get going. Oh, we're just walking in to have a look at these mud springs, just 8 kilometres out of Eulo. Just bumped into another couple coming out. They said they couldn't find anything, so I don't know, we'll go and have a look and see what we can find. Well, the sign's a little worse for wear. Oh well, if we don't find anything, it's no big deal. We probably need to walk anyway, while we've still got some half decent weather. As I said, we're in Eulo. Tomorrow we're moving on to Cunnamulla, where we're staying for 3 days. We actually booked into a caravan park there, so we'll be staying there for 3 days. And the main purpose behind that was the 40 mil of rain that's coming on Sunday and Monday. So we're going to stay put, you know, batten down the hatches and ride that out, and then we'll move on Tuesday again. We're not really sure what we're looking for, but by the description, this is actually an inactive one. Apparently, when they become inactive, they fall in on themselves and leave a mound. So if I walk over the top of this and fall into it, it's your fault. That looks like another one over there too. Just in the foreground before the water. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a inactive mud spring. I think we might have something here. There's a smaller one, but it's still got a bit of a wet patch. Very soft. What do you reckon? Other than those two sort of mounds that we just saw, I can't see anything else out here. Well, we decided to just walk right around. There's a pool of water there, big, reasonably large pool of water. Decided to walk around it and see what we can find. Maybe those other people were right. They couldn't find anything. Oh, it's getting soft underfoot here. Well, other than those couple of mounds we saw a little earlier and all this water here, well, not much to see here. Plenty of goat tracks. And I think we might head back to the car and go back into town. The pub looks alright. The reports are that the meals there are pretty good, so we might have tea there tonight, I think. And kick back. Yeah, the old mud springs at Eulo, eh? With the tricky gate. Show us the tricky gate, Michelle.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you reckon? That's just a bit silly. I mean, you wouldn't want to be much bigger. You'd never get through that. Huh? The other option is to go into town and go and pay to see these artesian mud baths. The authentic Aussie outback experience. Book ahead. There you go, it's un-Australian not to stop at an outback pub. Eulo Queen Hotel, that's where we camp behind. We're just heading back into town after being at the mud springs. Oh, someone's cooking sausages. Sausages? Sausages. Michelle wants to look at the Peru patch leather place. No dogs allowed. I actually pronounced diprotodon optatum. There you go, I got it. When did it become extinct?
30,000 years ago.
And they still remember it. It's Caravan City at the moment in Eulo. Eulo bore, drilled in 1966 for Eulo's main water supply. Here's a memorial to a cockroach. That's hysterical. I don't know if that's serious or if that's a joke.
Well, that's serious, it's on there as well.
Is it? Apparently they still have the races, and they're held when? September and August?
Yep.
Eulo Heritage Trail, World Champion Lizard Racing Track. The first lizard race was held in Eulo in 1967 and quickly became one of the first outback events, with crowds exceeding 5,000 in some years. The races soon became part of a week-long festival with Cunnamulla and Eulo. These races are still held today in August and September. It's a little muddy in Eulo. And we've got 40 mil coming on Sunday, but we'll be in Cunnamulla by then. Sorry about the wind. There's a place called the Granites, so we're going to go and see if we can find that. It's on a back road out of Eulo. Little way down off Pithery Road out of Eulo, and then off to the right it's a track that goes through to the old racetrack site of the old racetrack. That is, there's nothing here, just a few ruins and bits and pieces. Old racetrack, Peru Race Club, conducted meetings from early 1930s to 1957. All that's really left is a few posts like this. Up until 1957, that's before I was born. Some stumps here, look like they've been footings of something. So 1957, what's that? 65 years ago, 67 years ago. Well, someone's pinched the sign. But I think we're at a place called the Granites, and there is some granite rock around, so maybe that's what it is. Thanks, mate. Here's another one over there, so two signs have been pinched. Looking at this, it does look like an area they might call the Granites. And Michelle's expert opinion was...
this is it.
Yeah, this is it. So basically it's just a few lumps of granite in the ground. Okay, so this is we're claiming this is the Granites. And there is granite rock everywhere, so good chance we're in the right spot. So if you're in Eulo and you've got absolutely nothing to do, you can find the track off Pithery Road out to a place called the Granites and the old racetrack site. But it's not really highlighted, and there's also no marking of the road on any of our maps either to get out here. We just use satellite images, follow a track out. It's getting a bit boggy around here. The Paru River is just over that way, maybe 100 metres. Well, back in the car, we'll keep moving. G'day. We're in Cunnamulla. Well, we've actually been in Cunnamulla for 3 days, and it was absolutely pouring rain for the first two. So that was a bit of a plan to spend some time here and sort of batten down the hatches and wait for the rain to stop. which it has done. So finally I can get out and get around and get some images. And it's an absolute perfect day today. No breeze, nice and sunny, excellent. Look at all the caravans behind the heavy loads. Well, that winds up this video. We just spent 4 days in Cunnamulla, 3 of which were pouring rain, but you get that. But today the sun has turned it on for us. From here on, tomorrow we move further south. We start heading towards Burke and then down to Cobar in New South Wales, and it sort of winds up our Queensland outback experience. So until next time, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.